his wife because he's always hanging out with us on Saturdays.
That's
so
right. You need to.
she made sure that he went on a Saturday.
That's right.
Last Saturday I had to work for free. It was awful. Go work for free all day long. It's like, what am I doing here? But it's okay.
Well, gentlemen, there's a report.
What's the report?
Kawhi Leonard had an undisclosed sponsorship deal with Daktronics, a now bankrupt green banking company, at the center of an NBA investigation to see if the Los Angeles Clippers were attempting to circumvent the salary cap and pay Kawhi under the table through a third-party intermediary. So, this agreement, undisclosed sponsorship agreement, allegedly worth millions of dollars with the company designed. This is the company that designed the Clippers video board inside the Intuit Dome. This was reported by ESPN, by former ESPN contributor Pablo Torre. So, listening to ESPN pundits talk about this, Stephen A. basically even alluded to saying that if this is true, or if this gains traction, that he thinks that if I read him correctly or understood what he was saying correctly, that Kawhi should be banished or there should be a permanent suspension.
For what?
For Kawhi.
For playing basketball?
Well,
We're taking illegal payment.
Yeah,
It's not illegal payment. It was a sponsorship. They found a way to get the man paid. They paid him. So I want Stephen A. to shut up. I want him to shut up.
Good luck with that.
yeah, I was about to say,
it's just.
I think there's a little more to it than that, though. Will, you can't? It's not just that simple. They went with this payment method for a reason,
In
and there's
other words,
a reason.
if the Clippers were giving the sponsor the money, then the sponsor was giving Leonard the money, then that's illegal. I think that's what you're talking about. It's kind of like a money laundering,
right? And it doesn't count against their salary cap.
Yeah,
Right.
that's you circumventing the salary cap.
Correct.
Cheating.
That's and if it's not. We can't just sit here and say that he got paid and that was their way of paying him. They went behind. They were specifically doing a method of payment that would not go against their overall team salary, and that's and the fact that they have initially denied any wrongdoing tells us they know they weren't supposed to be doing it and they were hiding it. So,
this right here,
mm-hmm.
it's never called in football until somebody moves this way. Then it's called a hold. So what? Move on. Move on.
I'm not sure I get the reference, but I think you're trying to say that
it's until you get caught doing something, it's not what it don't matter. Just
so
move
I can
on.
sell drugs as long as
Right.
Absolutely.
I completely that
Bring me
mentality
somebody,
is
I
part of
help
the
you
problem
get-
with our society. That right there, nobody taking
help
responsibility
me.
or accountability for right versus wrong. That's no. I completely and wholeheartedly disagree with that.
It's interesting.
Yeah, that mentality, that is the whole issue with our society right now, is that people don't want to take responsibility for doing right versus or doing what's right versus doing what's wrong.
Was it illegal what he done?
I mean, I don't know in terms of I'm not talking about.
Was it illegal what he done?
It's in terms of this league's.
Can he go to jail for it?
Yeah,
That's not the level of wrong that we're talking about here. We're talking about, and I don't know if there's a criminal aspect to it.
No criminal
but in
aspect
terms
to
of
that.
being able to participate in a league where you've got agreements on your salary being counted against your team's cap, yes, that you're hiding it. You're purposely deceiving.
If you find a sponsor, if you get your team finds a sponsor to say, hey, we can only do this because our salary.
Where's
cap.
the money coming from, though? If the money came from the
and
Clippers
then the
too,
sponsor come in, he say, we can only do this, but we got this guy that if you do a couple of commercials for them, they can do this for you.
But if the team is using said sponsor as a way to launder the money so that it doesn't show up on the team's salary to pay that player, that's purposely deceiving the rest of the league.
And
that's a problem.
And that could be criminally
Is
wrong.
That could be a criminal
But
offense.
is it being disclosed that the team had circumvented the money to?
That's what they're trying to find out right now. That's what this report is disclosing.
So at this time, it's an allegation. that the team has done it.
Correct.
So everybody reacting to like the team have done this already is reacting the wrong way. A lot of people get charged a lot of people get punished for things, and it comes out that
innocent until proven guilty. I get that
they didn't do it, but the sentiment of what they did is already in people's mind, and it leaves a perception.
I understand that. The problem is this investigation has been going on for over almost a year now. This allegation apparently is where they're starting to have evidence, there appears to be evidence to support this claim. This is where we're starting to see the findings coming through. Now, we're seeing this report. To Will's point, it's a report. This is alluding to potential evidence. We've not seen said evidence yet. So yes, I understand what you're saying. Innocent until proven guilty. I'm not sitting here saying that Kawhi needs to be suspended indefinitely right now. I am not saying that. But it's an interesting turn of events.
I mean, here it is. It says it was funneling money from the Clippers through Daktronics back to Kawhi. It's just money laundering.
Yeah, and that is illegal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
but
that's the accusation. Like I said, it hasn't been proven in a court of law.
Again, I'm saying, even if it gets proven that it wasn't, the perception is still going to be there. The perception is still going to be there. That's what it's saying. We come up with the quotes of, "Oh man, that's what's wrong with society."
The Clippers had a 23-year.
What your mentality is what's wrong with society, not what happened here. This whole mentality of if I don't get caught, it's not wrong. That's horse hockey. That is utter horse hockey.
The Clippers signed a 23-year, $300 million deal with Aspiration, making the company the first founding partner. 6 months later, they signed a $28 million deal endorsement with Leonard. An unnamed employee who reportedly worked for the banking company told Tory that Leonard's sponsorship deal was a way to circumvent the salary cap.
Mm-hmm. Kevin makes a good point too. Kevin is still listening in for the record, but he said the Clippers are in trouble, but they're not the only ones doing it. So other owners might not even try to punish them.
Well, I'm sure it's not. They're not the only ones.
It's just a way of business.
It's not a way of business. It's illegal.
Yeah,
in
the NFL, in the NBA, that's just in professional sports. That's just a way of business. That's just the way. You can argue at the point whether or not
it's a wrong way of doing business. If it wasn't wrong, people wouldn't be trying to hide it. That doesn't make it right. That doesn't make it right, Will. I'm sorry.
Hands caught in the cookie jar.
Okay, but then anybody who gets that, they should. This is where they're not
have any sports.
And if we
talk about, then we wouldn't have any sports to talk about.
Okay,
we wouldn't have any sports to talk about.
I disagree with that.
I don't think we're getting anywhere with
that.
Yeah, but it's just obviously what they've done.
Well, and here's my ignorant question on it too, Tom, because we're talking about laundering, but generally money laundering has to do. You're laundering criminal activity. Does this I know that they're circumventing the salary cap. I get that.
It's probably civil because
is it necessarily criminal because they're funneling the money through a third party intermediary, but is there any illegal activity? Yes, they're circumventing league policy.
There could be punishments from the league.
Correct. That's where I would kind of separate the two.
It's any kind of criminal,
right? And again, like I said, this is just a report that's come out, and to Will's point, we don't have all the facts on it yet. So let's not pass out judgment before we have that, and that's fair. So looking at that, we still got. Speaking of NBA, we still got some players on the free agent market, including the cornerstone of the Cleveland Cavaliers, James Harden. Tommy, they've not signed him back yet. Or they are. Have you heard the latest?
The rumors were, but I can't remember. Like last time I read, I can't remember where they were on this. Hopefully, they don't sign him. I don't want them to sign him, but I know it's kind of up in the air. I know that I said something. Can't remember exactly what I said. I know it wasn't correct.
They haven't signed Johnson.
But
or did they sign Johnson? I was trying to look at
Who's that?
Oh, wait a minute. James Harden's misdemeanor gun charge dismissed. So I guess that's good news.
What were you looking at, Will?
This one right here.
The
Where you
Kuminga?
at?
There you go. Sorry, let me get it where you can read it. Jonathan Kuminga is still unrestricted free agent right now. Hasn't heard anything.
I would be more concerned with that than I would be Harden.
Yeah, do you think he's a better option for the league than Harden would be? Kevin Love's still playing. And apparently he's reached out to the 76ers. He and LeBron James have still remained tight, and he's trying to see if they can find a role for him with the 76ers. Other unrestricted free agents out there, DeMar DeRozan. Russell Westbrook has not been signed yet. Now I don't know how much money he's going to demand on the free agent market at this point, heading into his 18th season. He has stated he is not has no intent of retiring right now, so he still wants to try to go play. I think Bradley Beal also a free agent as well. There's some restricted free agents that we see. I have Jalen Duren, as well as Peyton Watson, and then Benedict Mathurin. Did I say that right? I don't know if I got that last name correct, but still some is NBA free agency winds down. Still some players out there for teams to try to grab. I'm like you, Will. I think Kuminga is probably the best name out there that you see that could have a good impact on you.
That's more concerning. Jonathan's more concerning than really any of those that are still out there that you mentioned. That would be the one that needs to be signed.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
it may have been the Cavaliers are waiting for this misdemeanor gun charge to be cleared up because now the Cavaliers wanted a little bit more flexibility. Like he did not re-sign to give more flexibility, and now they're saying that he's going to get a 2 or 3 year deal, and that is done to try to circumvent the luxury tax burden that the team faces. But I think they didn't want to pay him, and then if that gun charge he's guilty, and then there's penalties from the league, then you're in a Deshaun Watson situation,
right?
You know? Like you trade for a guy, you pay him all this money, and he's suspended 10 games,
right?
Like I wouldn't want to be in that situation either.
Yeah. So and right now we're still looking at the Hornets. A lot of trade activity as well. Kind of totally changed their roster, obviously, with LaMelo being traded and Miles Bridges being traded. So this is and the general consensus that we see with the Hornets is, as we've talked about probably already multiple times in the offseason, this is kind of a immediate step backwards to take some steps forward down the road, because they might be arguably the team with the best draft capital in coming years with all the draft picks that they have. Now, let's see if the front office, I like what the front office has done in terms of trying to load all that up. It gives them trade chips to use. Also gives them opportunity for good picks, but let's see how they actually use them. That's obviously going to be the ultimate determining factor. And we saw a team at the end of the year last year. One of the starting five was one of the most efficient offensive, or one of the most explosive offensive 5-man sets in the league. They were scoring as many points as anybody. Defensively, not quite as shut down as some other teams, but the Hornets brass decided that this team was not even as exciting as it was. It wasn't constructed for long-term success, so they decided essentially more or less to not completely blow it up, but basically take the centerpiece of it out and see if they could try to rebuild and base it around more Con Knippel and Brandon Miller. So we'll see how that transpires. They've got a lot of flexibility with Diabate, Naz Reid, and a lot the other gentleman, Kalkbrenner. They've got a lot of flexibility in terms of the types of big men that they have, and they've got a lot of different bodies they can throw inside. So we'll see how that has an impact, and we'll see if they're done, if they want to make any more changes before the season starts. But it's going to be a different Hornets team going into this year, and most analysts say that they will not be as effective this coming season as they were at the end of the year last year. So once again, they're going to be struggling, I think, for a playoff spot. But we'll see. Anything can happen. But any other points or anything else y'all got on NBA during the off season?
No, I did think it was interesting that I just broke that, James Harden and the misdemeanor gun charge. I'd actually forgotten about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and I wonder now, you mentioned that with that, you said it was dismissed, so I wonder if that was what was basically holding up Cleveland.
That would definitely
give you pause.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to pay a guy then he can't play.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
and they had the luxury of waiting, and seeing, hopefully, now they can make a decision.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I was hoping they were going to. There was also talk of a sign and trade and all those. I don't really understand all the nuts and bolts on those, but I would like to see him shipped out of town because I don't think you're going to get anywhere. What's he got the most wins? Most wins in the playoffs with no championship. It's like he's the guy that's gets fouled a bunch of times and shoots a bunch of free throws, but I just don't think you're going to get anywhere with him. But it seems like he's committed to staying, and the team's committed to restructuring his deal and keeping him there. So,
I mean, who are they going after though? If they don't keep
I understand. Valid question, but I also understand. Kuminga. No.
No. That's the first thing. I mean, like they got to sign. That's not a.
I understand
That'd be
Tom's
dumb for
point
them not
because
to.
you're just running back what you've already proven is not going to succeed. So why are you doing it? And every year it seems like James Harden has just further solidified that he's the Peyton Manning of the NBA right now. He's the best regular season player they've got, but his game does not translate to postseason success.
Are they going to beat Wemby?
No.
They beating them.
Are they getting out of the East? Forget Wemby. Are they getting out of the East?
Are they beating Brunson? They beating New York?
Are they beating the 76ers? Are they beating
beating
LeBron and Jaylen Brown? And
Yeah.
I mean, Embiid could be injured. Are they going to beat Philadelphia? No. I think Tom makes a valid point. Cleveland's going to have to. They're going to have to readjust.
They definitely. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You could sign. It's a bunch of kids coming out came out this year, and that didn't get spots, and they're holding spots. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I got you.
Why not start somebody that you can build your culture around?
Yeah.
Why not get somebody that you can build your culture around?
Yeah. And somebody that you're at least going to attempt to have a future with.
Right.
Not
right.
just run back something that, again, I hear you. So, all right, when we come back, we'll cover NFL offseason and Major League Baseball and any more that we'll cover as well. You're listening to the Shock Jock Saturday morning, KTC Broadcasting.
Card Guys in Gastonia.
Watch and listen to the Shock Jock Sports Talk Show. Live Saturday mornings, 8 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. on WCSL 92.9 FM, 1590 a.m. and the KTC Broadcasting YouTube and Facebook pages.